Hello everyone, my name is Sheikh Ahmad Basha and my capstone project one is Exploratory Data Analysis EDA on Airbnb booking analysis. And what is Airbnb? Airbnb is nothing but a company which is similar to a OYO and abbreviated as Air, Bed and Breakfast is a service that lets property owners rent out their spaces to travelers looking for a place to stay. Travelers can rent a space for multiple people to share, or an entire home, or a private room also. And Airbnb is based on a peer-to-peer business model, and this makes it simple, easy to use, and tends to be more profitable for both parties. And this model also gives you the opportunity to customize and personalize your guest experience the way you want. And for this project, we're analyzing this data, Airbnb data, and we're analyzing the Airbnb data of New York City for 2019, the year of 2019. And this data set contains a lot of information like listing name, title of the listing, and who is the host for that particular listing, and what are the availability days for that particular listing, and what are the how many reviews have given for that particular listing, and what are the night stays, number of night stays for that particular listing, and etc etc. And our main objective behind this project is to explore and analyze the data to discover the key understandings. And for this, we'll explore and visualize the data set from Airbnb in New York City of 2019, and by using some basic exploratory data analysis techniques. And let's jump into the workflow. Our workflow is data understanding, and next data cleaning and data manipulation, and next is the exploratory data analysis. Let's go into it. And first one is data understanding. Data understanding means nothing, understanding of the data. At first, we have to import some libraries of in Python, and after that, we have to collect the data. And after collecting the data, the understanding of the data is very important because we have to understand the columns, we have to understand the features. And in our data, we have approximately 49,000 rows and 16 columns. And these 16 features are ID, which is nothing but a unique ID of the listing, and name is the name of the listing, and a host ID is a unique ID of the particular host, and a host name is the name of the host, and a neighborhood group is nothing but the location where the listing is located, and a neighborhood is an area, it's a small area, and latitude and longitude are the geographic locations of that particular listing. And room type is a type of rooms like entire room, entire home or apartment, or a private room or shared room. And minimum nights is a number of nights that people stays. And next one is number of reviews, and last review, the latest review, and reviews per month, per particular month how many reviews are given. And a calculated host listing code is the total number of listings for that particular host. And availability 360 is the number of days that particular listing is available, like 365 days or 100 days, like this. And after understanding the data, we have to go for the data cleaning and data manipulation. And after understanding data, it is very important to clean the data, because for cleaning purpose, we just check for duplicated values and null values. As in our data, we have zero duplicated values. So we have to go for null values. So as then in our data, we have four features with null values, and those are last review, reviews per month, post name, and name. And we can see last review and reviews per month has 10,000 features with null value, 10,000 values, null values. So we have to remove these features. We have to remove these features. To remove those features, and when it comes to host name and name, these features have very less number of null values. So I removed particular rows with null values, and I also removed the latitude and longitude columns, because these columns doesn't much affect our analysis. So I also removed these columns. And after cleaning and manipulating the data, we have to go for exploratory data analysis. In the exploratory data analysis, the first step is we have to divide the features into numerical features and the categorical features. And if you see, the numerical features are the ID, host ID, price, minimum nights, number of reviews, calculated host listing counts, and availability of 365. And the categorical features are the name, host name, neighborhood group, neighborhood, and room type. And after dividing the data into numerical features and the categorical features, so we have to check the correlation between our numerical features. So this is a correlation heat map which says there is no correlation between our numerical features. As we can see, there are no dark green other than the diagonal. So we can say that there is no multicollinearity in our data exists. And after that, you can see that the relationship between the minimum nights and price, and also the relationship between the number of reviews and price. From these scatter plots, we can observe that most number of data points are located at the left bottom corner, which means most people are preferring the listings which has low price. And after that, this bar chart indicates that the top 10 areas with the most number of listings, there are total of 221 unique areas from in our data. So we cannot visualize or plot those 221 areas. So I picked up the top 10 areas which has the most number of listings, and those are these Williamsburg, and etc. And we can see the relation. We can see the how many unique neighborhood groups. So there are 5 unique neighborhood groups: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten Island. And how many listings are from those neighborhood groups? You can see Manhattan has most number of listings, which has 44%, 44.3%, and followed by Brooklyn. And the least number of listings are from Staten Island, which is 0.76%. And after that, here we can observe the unique room types. So you can see entire home and apartment is one type of room type, and shared room and private room. And these are the 3 unique types of unique categories of the room types. And we can see here most people are preferring entire home, which is of 51.97%, and followed by private room. And the least listings are from shared room, which is a type of category of shared room, that is 2.37%. And after that, here we can observe the distribution of the price. Here we can see most prices are in range of 0 to 500, 0 to 500 or 0 to 1000. And very few prices are in the range of 1000 and 10,000. And next, average price for each neighborhood groups. These bar charts explains that how average prices are in each neighborhood groups. For example, if you take Manhattan has highest average price, and then we can see the Brooklyn. Okay, like similarly for room types, average price for entire home or apartment has higher than others, than private rooms or shared room. And from these charts, we can say that count of listings from each neighborhood groups. And we can see the Manhattan has the highest count of listings, and in room types, entire room has highest count of listings. And here we can see the total number of reviews. How total number of reviews are from different neighborhood groups. For example, if you see Brooklyn has highest number of reviews, and in room types, entire room or apartment has highest number of reviews than others. And if you see the total number of nights that people stayed for each neighborhood group, we can say Manhattan has the highest number of nights that people stays. And if in room types, entire room or apartment has highest number of nights that people stayed. And this is nothing but a comparison of plot. This is a multiple bar chart. As we know, Manhattan has the highest average price, but in Manhattan, average entire home average price is higher. Likewise, we can compare for each neighborhood groups. Likewise, here is a plot which describes the comparison of number of reviews for various room types across neighborhood groups. Here, as we know, Brooklyn has the highest number of reviews. But in Brooklyn, entire room has highest number of entire room has highest number of reviews, followed by private room. And if you see, shared room has very least number of reviews. But in each, in Bronx, there is no. This is a very small number of reviews which has a shared room. And this is a plot of comparison of calculated host listing counts for various room types across the neighborhood groups. And this is a comparison plot of average minimum nights that people stayed. We know that Manhattan has highest number of minimum nights, but in Manhattan, entire room has a minimum nights. Likewise, we can compare across all neighborhood groups for each room type. And after the busiest host, this plot is derived from by calculating the total number of night stays. Because if you see blue ground has a more number of night stays. That particular host has a more number of night stays. So I described blue ground as busiest host based on the most number of minimum night. And here is a histogram which was and here is a histogram availability days versus number of listings. That is, if we see most number of listings has availability days of which is in the range of 0 to 50, and very few or number of listings have availability days more than 50. That means if you see that there are total of 1 to 94 listings that are available for 365 days. Now, the availability, the number of availability days versus neighborhood. Likewise, room type versus number of availability days. If you see, Staten Island has more availability, more number of days of availability, and similarly, shared room in the room types, shared room has more number of availability days.